In this challenge, we'll hack into the target's computer. It's called ToolsRus, and it's a TryHackMe challenge. We'll use a bunch of tools like Gobuster, Hydra, and some others. Let's go. Already started the target machine. You see the server is running, and I started the attack box. You see it's running on the right. So first thing we'll need to do is to find directories. We can do that using a tool called Gobuster, and they give a hint, starts with a G. So if we open a terminal, we can scan the target machine using a tool called Gobuster. So this is a command line tool, Gobuster. Then we say dir, we're going to search for directories, and we find those simply by going through a large word list. So we specify the target computer, it's this target address, copy it, then we'll paste it in here and paste it in here. And this is that went wrong. So make sure there's no space, no spaces, and enters. We copy that address. And we're going to specify a word list, because what it's going to do is open that word list. I can show you this word list. So that's in user share word list, Gobuster. And then we have directory lists in this file. So it's quite a long path to the file. And just see, this is simply a list of many words. So what it's going to do is to open /index, /images, /download, and so on. It's simply going through this entire list all the way. Simply seeing if any of those directories exist. So there doesn't have to be any website with a link to the directory. It simply is a way to discover any possible directory that exists. So this is a huge list of directories. So what we can do is we specify that word list. We do -w. Then specify the word list. So say directory list 2.3. I'm going to use the medium list. So this folder or this file is always in this folder inside user share word list Gobuster. And then you have a bunch of files there, but this is quite a good one to try. And it's simply trying all the folders one by one. So here it's going to do /serial, /where, /full, /contact, /about, /search. Simply trying in the web browser behind the scenes, seeing does that exist or not. So you'll see we found /guidelines. Now, because we found it, we can actually open that in the web browser. So we can say open Firefox, then we go to the website. So that is http:// followed by the target address. So we paste that in, Ctrl+V, enter. So that is the website itself, but we found the folder guidelines, or the directory with guidelines. And then they tell us, hey Bob, did you update that Tomcat server? So this is the username we're looking for. Now, the guidelines is not the only folder it found. If you check here, it found guidelines as one of the folders. So that's the output of this Gobuster command. So Gobuster dir with the target address, could be the website name or simply an IP address, computer address with the word list. And what it's going to do is try all those names of the directories, see if anything exists. So in this case, guidelines, it exists, but there was just a username there. We also have protected. So maybe that is a protected folder. Let's see. We do /protected. And you'll see they come up with this pop-up where they want the username password. So probably the username is Bob, but we don't know the password. What we could do is use another tool called Hydra to try and brute force this login screen. So we do that. Let's make this full screen. So we use Hydra, command line tool, and we go Hydra -L, that's the L of username, minus capital P of the list of passwords. So we're simply gonna try automatically a list of passwords. So there is such a list in this machine. In user share word list rocu.txt, this is a list of millions of passwords that have been used by people over the years. So if I show you this file, you see it's simply gonna try every password one by one. So it's gonna start 1 2 3 4 5 6, Bob with 1 2 3 4 5 6, then the next one, the next one, the next one, and it's going through this entire list until it maybe finds the passwords. Now, of course, people reuse passwords a lot and use bad passwords, so there's a big chance that this could work. So we say specify the password lists. So that's a rocu.txt, and then it's going to that website, this URL. So we could copy this. That's the target website. Now, if we paste it, it might copy that HTTP double. You'll see here HTTP get HTTP. So let's remove that second HTTP. It's simply a duplicate. Okay, so now we have this full command to try and crack this login screen. You'll see I have a username Bob, and it's going to try every password in that rock.txt file on the target website, which is this URL. So if we run it, let's also refresh this to have a bigger full screen. Sometimes that happens on TryHackMe. Okay, so this is the full command. And if I press enter, you'll see it starts attacking that login screen, and it finds the password is bubbles. So we can type that in here. So this is the directory name itself. So that's protected. And Bob's password here is bubbles. So you see, that means that we can type, of course, bubbles here, and we would be locked in. Now, there's nothing interesting behind that screen. You'll see this protected page has now moved to a different port. Anyway, we cracked that authentication page, that login page, with a tool called Hydra, using the brute force method. So let's go on. They tell us what other port, what's the other port that serves a web service is open on the target machine. So we can use the tool Nmap again. We can say Nmap followed by the target address, and it's going to tell us open ports. So if I run this, you'll see there's a bunch of ports open. We have port 22, port 80, 1234, and 8009. Now we could simply try opening a website with colon and then that address. So for example, we copy this. Let's see if the machine is still running. Okay, we copy the address and make sure it's on one HTTP, and then we say colon 1234, see if that is a website. And indeed, there's an Apache Tomcat website running here. So we know that this 1234 is another web server. It's giving websites back. So we simply added the port number, so colon followed by the 1234. So in this case, it is 1234. And they ask us what is the name and version of the software running on that port from the previous question. Now, when we opened that web page, it tells us right on top here that this is the name of that software, Apache Tomcat. So we copy it, paste it in. Then they ask us to use Nikto. This is another command line tool. With the credentials we have found, and then scan manager HTML and so on. And also they want to know the server version. Let's take a look at this Nikto. So you can do Nikto. See, it's a command line tool. And we can specify the host. So minus host, we can say Nikto minus host, then the address again. Now, of course, this address is going to be different on your, and when you run it, you scroll up here, you have this target address. It will be a random number. And make sure that it matches your room. So let's see if we run this. It tells us some general information. So it tells us the port number, the target address. And so apparently this is the Apache and it's running on Ubuntu Linux. And we see some more information. So they want us to check actually the port 1234 that we found before. And that folder manager HTML. So let's say we specify that http:// 1234 manager HTML and see what happens. So it tells us a bunch of things that are allowed, that shouldn't be allowed. Let's see, we have a bunch of them. And for that question, they say how many are found that shouldn't be found. So if you check here, found a bunch of them. So there's actually 5 of them. And they ask us what is the server version. So let's see if we can see something in here. You see here server : Apache Coyote 1.1. So that's Coyote. Now I'm gonna copy it because probably I'll misspell it. So this is the server name. Let's paste that in. And you'll see it doesn't like that. So it has another 2 zeros. Let's see the hint. So they want us to check port 80 and not the port 1234. So let's check port 80, that is the default here. And then it is Apache 2418. So let's paste that in. There we go. And we knew that it was running Apache Coyote 1.1. We found that before. We scroll back here. We had the Apache Coyote 1.1 when we scanned port 1234. So that is 1.1. Now let's hack into the machine. We'll use a tool called Metasploit and we'll get a shell in the system. So to start Metasploit, we type msf console. That will take a moment. It's a command line tool with many exploits that we can simply run an exploit and get a shell. So we'll look for an exploit for this Tomcat. You see here Apache Tomcat, and we'll search for that. So it's gonna take a second to start. You see they have some banner, and once it's done loading, we'll see this little greater than symbol. That means we can type commands. You see this greater than. So let's search for Tomcat. It'll search Tomcat, and it's gonna search for exploits for Tomcat, and it will take a second to load. You see it has many different exploits. So we can scroll in this list here. You'll see the date, some information, and what type of exploit. So for example, here we have this exploit multi HTTP manager upload. That's the one we'll need. And you'll see Apache Tomcat manager authentication upload code execution. This is the name of the exploit. So we do use followed by the exploit name, and we show options. So we'll say set username, so to Bob, HTTP username. Then the password. That was Bubbles, we found that before. And we set the target URI /manager. We need to set the target host. So set our host. It's the host of the we find here. Let's paste that in as well. And the port. So he found that on port 1234. And I think that's all of the ones we need to set. Now let's try to do run. And you'll see it's loading. And we now have a Meterpreter shell. You see a Meterpreter. We are now inside the machine. And inside the machine, so we can do pwd. We are in the / directory of QMI. Get UID, I believe, when we are the user root. So with this Meterpreter shell, we can run all kind of commands. See, I can go help here. We can do all kind of funny things, record the microphone, take screenshots, use the mouse. You see I run this get UID, we get the user ID, we can execute commands, we can drop a command line shell, and so on. So they ask us here, what user did we get the shell as? Now, when I type the get UID, you see here, get UID command, and it gets the username. So if I didn't get UID, you'll see we are the user root, that is the administrator on a Linux system. So we are user root. Then they ask us what flag is found in the root directory. So let's take a look. We can list files and folders with the ls commands. So I don't see any flag here, but it might be in this root directory. You could say ls root. And you see there's a flag there. Now we can read that file using the cut command. We can say cut /root/flag.txt. And that seems to be the flag. So let's copy it. Then we copy it from here, paste it in, and we've now completed this challenge.